Chasing Purpose was designed to empower, uplift, and enlighten you on your journey in chasing your purpose.
Don't waste your time with thoughts of giving up.
Chasing Purpose.
Not too late for us to try. We can overcome.
Chasing Purpose. Candid conversations, nurturing faith, pursuing aspirations, setting intentions.
Together we rise, divided we fall.
Yeah.
Let Jah lead the way.
Chasing Purpose.
Cause God always a listen.
Chasing Purpose.
One day I have to win. That's why I'ma try again.
Chasing Purpose. Hosted by Cynthia Shea.
So amazing how this world was made. I wonder if God is a woman. The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman. She's the constant wind that fills my sail. Oh, that woman. With a smile and a star, she'll protect you like a child. That's a woman. She'll put a smile upon her face and take you to the higher place. So don't you underestimate strength of a woman.
Grab your journal, grab your pen, as we dive into thought-provoking conversations.
We have all asked ourselves this question: why did this happen to me? Why am I going through such a tough time? What have I done wrong? Where did I go wrong? Many of us have been in a place where we felt like the walls are literally closing in. Sometimes the burdens we carry are twice our weight, the fear we have holding us back, the anxiety literally choking us. We have all been through this at some point in our lifetime, and if you haven't, you will. Best friend deceiving you, losing your job, marriage in shambles, bill collectors threatening, the unexpected loss of a loved one, the wayward child, the child abuse, miscarriages, rape, and the list goes on and on and on. Let me encourage you, whatever you are going through or have gone through, the heavy times, the tough times, these are actually preparing you, arming you for what is to come. Tonight we look at how the past has shaped us for our present and preparing us for our future. We're all here today, and that alone is a reason to celebrate. And celebrations are in order as I celebrate 43 years around the sun today. And even though it is my birthday, I want to celebrate my purposors, you guys, as we journey together in purpose on purpose. So I'll be gifting 3 blessed individuals with my absolutely favorite Epic Intention cards. You guys know I love these cards, and I love Stacey Hines, the creator of these cards. When I reached out to her, letting her know what my idea was, she said, say less, that she's going to sponsor us, Chasing Purpose, for my birthday. And so 3 persons, as a matter of fact, she just finished the Living Intentionally journal. So not only are 3 persons going to get the cards, they're going to get a set of the cards and the journal. So all you have to do, simple. If you're in Jamaica, listening on the Bridge 99 FM, you call us at 876-676-4996. That's 876-676-4996. And if you're listening to us in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut on Ari Jam Radio, you can give us a call at 888-546-8742. That's 888-546-8742. That feel good, man? To know so I can give out things internationally, nationally. I mean, we are global citizens, guys. All right, again, I'm on a birthday high. So give us a call, 3 lucky winners, and boom, that is it. Welcome to Chasing Purpose, a space curated to have thought-provoking conversations on nurturing faith, pursuing aspirations, setting intentions, all while living boldly. I want each conversation to leave us feeling empowered, uplifted, and inspired. On last week's show, we spoke with Stasian Virtue, who shared the importance of having good mental health vocabulary. Here is our purpose pull from last week's show.
Mind science tells us that, the brain is kind of set up like a forest, and that thoughts become trees, right? That's cool, right?
Yes.
And then we go from one part of the brain to another, or thoughts become actions through pathways through the forest. And this beautiful analogy is by Dr. Caroline Leaf, who is amazing.
Yeah.
And so what you can do is you can build new thought trees. So literally,
I love that.
the
Build
new
new thought trees.
it's really phenomenal because the thoughts create patterns in the brain that look like the shape of trees. So you just build new ones, and the more you starve the old ones, those trees die.
You can watch that episode and all of our episodes on our YouTube channel, Chasing Purpose. Tonight, our candid conversations continue with Gabriel Mears, an 18-year-old phenomenal female who has overcome a lot. She's also a university student and entrepreneur. Tonight, we look at how the past has armed us for our present and is preparing us for our future. Welcome to Chasing Purpose, Gabriel. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here today.
I'm happy that you're here today. We have a lot to discuss.
I know.
We're talking about how our past is preparing us for what we're going through today and what is going to happen in the future. And as an 18-year-old university student, you have a lot to look forward to.
I do.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. After you have suffered for a little while, the God of grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself perfect, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. That's from 1 Peter 5, verse 10. After hearing your story, Gabriel, this Bible verse came to mind. The God of grace will confirm, strengthen, and protect. I think that's what the Bible verse says. Share with us your past.
Wow. So there's a lot to go through. I don't know if I should start from my mom passing away. So my mom passed away when I was 12 years old. So that was in grade 7. So I attended the Immaculate Conception High School for girls. So I started high school the September, and my mom passed away in the November.
Wow.
So thank you. So that's one of my most traumatic experiences, I must say, losing my mom. And I won't say a victim, more a survivor.
Absolutely.
More a survivor. I'm a survivor of rape. So I was raped when I was around 9 years old by my uncle. So that's another traumatic experience that I have been through. So yeah, but I'm here today.
You are here today.
I'm here today. That's the most important thing. I'm alive and I'm well, and I'm here today.
And I'm here today. We're giving God thanks for that. What challenges did you face after, one, losing your mom? Because I can't even imagine what that was like. And let's start with that. After losing your mom, what headspace were you in?
It was very rough. That's what I can say. It was very rough. Me and my mom, we had a really good relationship. And especially at such a tender age, at 12, just starting that entire high school experience without a mother.
Yeah.
It was very hard on me, especially as a girl. You know, every girl would want their mother to be there with them at that period in their life to pretty much guide them through and to teach them certain things and to be there for certain experiences. So what really hits the most, I must say, is not having her here for very important events. So even when you asked me before the show if I'm excited for university, I am. don't get me wrong, but just thinking about my mom not being here for the experience kind of puts that
damper. Of course. But the greatest thing is that she is the wind beneath your wings. She pushing
definitely
you.
is.
Yeah, she's
definitely is. One of the reasons that I have not given up is because I know that she wouldn't have wanted that.
Yes, and I mean, look at that. You can't give up. You could never give up. She's raised you to be the champion that you are, a survivor of so many things. So giving up is just not an option.
I know it isn't.
Not an option. Let's go back to 9.
Let's go back to 9.
Let's go back to 9. Because tonight's topic, guys, is how our past has prepared us for our present and preparing us for our future. At 9 years old, an ordeal happened by someone that
I trusted.
You trusted.
Yes,
You trusted.
It honestly took me years to even grasp what had happened, and it was just last year that I opened up to my family about it. I had shared what happened with my family. If I'm being totally honest, I've not reached the place where I have opened up about the details. I have not been to therapy. Even with my mom, I've never done counseling. Never. But I definitely blamed myself when it did happen. As a child, you know, experiencing something like that, it's very confusing. Because at that age, it's kind of like you believe the best in the world. You know, you've not been through any betrayal as yet by friends, and you haven't really experienced any major disappointments. So it's kind of like a child is very oblivious to what is happening in the world. So it was very heart-shattering for me. Changed my whole perspective on family, on people on a whole, because if family is capable of doing that, you know, what is a stranger capable of doing? So,
And if you talk about perspective, talk to me about the perspective that was shifted after the violation.
I was definitely more aware of what human beings are capable of. And the fact that a lot of times we might think we can trust someone, but we really can't. It's also taught me that family isn't necessarily blood, if you get what I'm saying. A lot of times you're biologically related to someone, but the bond that's there and the love that's shared isn't one that should be shared by family, if you get what I'm saying.
Totally understand.
So that's what I learned. I learned that.
How did you allow yourself not to be stuck after the ordeal? How did you find yourself to push forward at the age of 9, having being the trust now being broken, that bond being broken? How did you allow yourself to put one foot in front of the other?
I wish I had the perfect answer for you, or I could say, you know, some fairy tale answer, but I really don't. I just believe that God carried me through.
Amen.
I believe that God picked me up, dusted me off, and carried me through. Up to this day, I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I'm sitting here right now, not in shambles and crying. But the strength that God has blessed me with is out of this world.
Out of this world. He's
out of this world.
Gabriel, did you share with anybody, with mom or anybody in the family after the ordeal happened?
No, I didn't. So I actually forgot to mention this at the starting of the show. So for most of my childhood, my mom was pretty much sick. So I think it was more, well, I was young at the time, but it was more of a mental sickness. So she kind of chipped in and she chipped out. Sometimes she was here and sometimes she wasn't. So when she was, we had an amazing relationship. When she wasn't, it's not like I really could have communicated with her like that. So I thought it was best for me to bear my burden and not bring that burden on her in a sense because I could see that my mom was struggling.
Yeah.
So I tried my best to carry my weight.
Wow. She tried her best at 9 to carry her own weight. Okay. Now, there is something about holding on to trauma. And I'm going to share with you, and this is a toy with this in my head, because I too am a victim of rape. This is the first time I'm actually sharing this, and I too also did not share. And I believe that it wasn't even so much the rape or what happened, but the fact that I couldn't share. I didn't feel that I could share at the time. And I'm now learning that the post-traumatic stress disorder of that is even more traumatizing than the actual actions of rape.
Definitely.
So while I try to get cleaned up here, guys, Gabriel, I'm going to ask you to talk to me about, because you went through post-traumatic depression. How did you move through your post-traumatic stress disorder? Or how did you cope with, maybe move through isn't the right term, but how did you cope with being in school, being in a community, your school community, so on and so forth? That's a lot. As you said, you couldn't share because you didn't want to burden your mom, but that's a lot for a 9-year-old to shoulder. How did you move through?
I've really been trying to hold myself together, I must say. Going through what I've been through has taught me how to mask my emotions extremely well. This is something that I've never really shared with anyone, but even sometimes before I go to school, I would look in the mirror and role play with myself. I would be like, Gabriel, you're going to school, be happy. Be happy, you're happy. And I just did it to the point where I mentally convinced myself that I was okay. So a lot of times people will say, like, my dad actually called me yesterday and he said, you know, I really think you should start therapy before you go to Canada. And it's a reflex to always say, but why? I'm okay. So even when you are saying that you look like you're, feeling the emotions more than I am, it's just that I've taught myself over the years that, Gabriel, you're okay.
Yeah.
Even at the back of my mind, I know that I'm not. But I've definitely suffered from a lot of nightmares. Even up to this day, it's not as bad as it used to be, but it would be a lot of sleepless nights, terrifying dreams. I'm easily frightened. So, if someone is supposed to step too close to me, it's anxiety. Very hard for me to trust people. I always believe the worst, always.
Of course.
So even in times where I might feel disappointed, I always see it coming.
Yeah.
So at 9, nightmares was the major thing for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I couldn't get a break emotionally.
Yeah.
If I was up, I was thinking about it. If I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming about it. And it wasn't only dreaming about what I've been through, but also different scenarios that would pop up in my dreams.
So Gabriel, you talk about, let's jump back to what you said about your dad saying that you should get therapy. I'm going to encourage you to do the same. 18 years old, 43. I am, as I said, this is the first time I'm sharing. And I recently identified that, I identified a long time ago that I would have to work through this. But like yourself, you were affirming yourself. You weren't convincing, you were affirming yourself that you were okay. Because you had to be. There's this, we have to put up this wall or a facade or a persona, because we don't want the world to know that we're hurting or that we're victims or survivors. The world needs to know that we are survivors because we survived this. But there's something that a wall had to be put up. But I'm going to encourage you, because you're about to embark on a journey that should be freeing and liberating. You're leaving the shores of your home to go abroad to experience college, and you want to do that with a clear mental space. And in order for you to do that with a clear mental space and to chase your purpose, to make the impact that you surely will make, there needs to be some sort of therapy to happen. And in time, you will know when, where, and who, but I do encourage you to do so, as I literally today am doing so. I was a victim of rape at 15 with someone that I thought I could trust. And as I said, past the actions that would have happened, it was more the fact that I couldn't share. I was terrified to share because, in a Caribbean household, those sort of things just weren't, you didn't speak about those sort of things. Those things they couldn't happen. They couldn't happen to you. So when it happened to me, I was like, well, wait, what just happened? I just had to literally kind of snatch myself up and say, nope, you're okay. You got this. No, that didn't happen. But I realize now at this age, raising children, that I'm hitting a wall. So let me encourage you. Let me be the testimony that you need to get the help. I'm encouraging to get the help. You have such a beautiful spirit. You have so much ahead of you. You have so much impact to make. An entrepreneur at 18, bless you on that. Surviving. I'm still trying to get over the fact that you said that you had to burden this for yourself because you didn't want to burden your mother. Wow, brilliant. And I encourage you just to get the help, because once you get the help, you're going to see how much further along your journey you will get. All right. How has your past, you think, shaped your perspective of where you are today?
Okay, can I get a?
Yeah,
it's okay.
This is this type of episode, guys. I think that it is something that because it's my birthday, Gabriel has reached out to us a while ago, and for whatever reason, scheduling, it just didn't happen, but it aligned for today. And because I'm seemingly working through this issue, this trauma that happened with me, I think that it is fitting that it happened on the day in which life was given, right? So tears are going to be shed throughout. I'm just going to ask you guys to stick with us. Because look, she's about to go to college, which is simply brilliant, right? She's pushed through. She said that she had to shoulder the burden because she didn't want her mom to shoulder it at 9.
What happened in the past has definitely made me recognize the strength that I have. So here today, I've really realized how strong I am to be able to survive so much and to keep going.
Yeah.
I really identify myself as a very positive person. Not going to act like life is all roses and it's not a fairy tale. But I do believe that the best is yet to come.
Yes, absolutely.
And my faith has definitely been strengthened because of what I've been through. If I'm being totally honest, there was a period in my life where I wouldn't say I stopped believing in God, but I was disappointed in God. And it was because I had a very hard time understanding why I had to go through what I went through.
Same.
So it took a lot of time to really understand that everything does happen for a reason. even if we're not able to understand it at the time. And even coming here today is solely to inspire others out there.
Yes.
And to be
Yes.
transparent.
Yes.
Because we do live in a day and age where everyone acts like everything is perfect. And everyone masks what they've been through.
Yeah.
And everyone puts up a facade for social media, for other people acting like, you know, everything is okay. But it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And that's what I've been learning. As I told you, I'm very good at masking my emotions.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to learn to not be okay sometimes. And to...
That is, that's important. It is quite okay to not be okay. Too many of us are walking around broken, hurt, victims, survivors. Way too many of us are putting up, no, I'm okay, no, I'm good, no, it's fine, no, that's okay. When inside, we're in shambles. When inside, we have so much to work on. And I would encourage anybody out there, we're talking about an 18-year-old and a 43-year-old. And we're testimonies to what survival and warriors, queens look like. You are not alone. You are not alone, and it is okay. It is okay to not be okay. For too many years, I have been walking around not okay, but just putting one foot in front of the other.
Going through the motions.
Going through the motions. Going through the motions. I have a great support system, so that is why I believe I have been able to reach where I am, and obviously God is very, very, very present in my life. I too had the doubt after the ordeal, because how could that happen to me? Why did it happen to me? I didn't put myself out there, or I didn't think I did, you know, but it happened nonetheless. I encourage everybody, Gabriel, I'll encourage you again to get the help. I am now later on in life getting the help to move forward, because it's not just about me. A lot of people depend on me being okay. A lot of people depend on you and will depend on you. And those of you who are survivors, for you to be okay. Giving up will never, ever be an option. Again, encouraging everyone out there who is going through something. It may not have been rape. It may be something as just whatever's heavy in your life, whatever's burdensome, whatever's weighing you down. Do not give up. Help is out there. It's okay to identify that you're not okay, but get the help. Now, Gabriel, you are 18 years young. How do you stay focused in a world where social media kind of has us, we head a spin like one gig? We're in this microwave, we want things quick and fast. How do you stay focused?
Because I know what I want out of life, and I'm willing to do it the right way. So, you know, you would hear you need to wait your turn.
Yeah.
So I am waiting my turn, and I'm focusing on me. Tunnel vision, very important. If I'm being honest, social media does get distracting. Comparing your lives with other people, wondering why this couldn't be you, why you couldn't be living like this. But it's very important to understand that God has placed everyone on their different journey for a different reason. So I'm on my journey for a reason. So it's just me having that tunnel vision and focusing on the goals and the dreams that I have.
Let's talk about your goals and your dreams. What intentions are you setting for yourself?
A lot of intentions. So I'm very passionate about business. During my gap year, I created my own brand.
Do tell.
So it's called Shop Baddie G. I
Shop
sell
what?
Shop Baddie G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shop Baddie G, y'all.
Yeah, so I make my own beauty products from scratch. They're all handmade. So during my gap year, you know, I figured everything out. I created my own website. So you guys can shop www.shopbaddie.com.
Yes, please support this young entrepreneur.
So I make body oils, lip glosses, lip scrubs. And the plan is to expand very soon. So that's what I'll be studying when I go to Canada, business.
Yeah.
So that's really it for me. Being a millionaire and a billionaire is also in the goal.
All right now.
But
All
also
achievable. All
achievable.
attainable, yeah.
Yes, I do believe in manifesting it.
Yeah.
Also to inspire others. I feel like it would be very selfish to have a story like mine and keep it to myself.
For sure.
And not use it to let others know that they're able to achieve what they want despite what they've been through. Your past does not define you. That's something that I also
Say
had
it
to
again,
learn
say
as
it
well.
louder, say it again, say
Your
it louder.
past does not define you. So as much as I'm taking what I've learned from the past, it's also important to let go as well.
Yeah.
And instead to live in the present and to focus on the future.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, guys, I know that a lot of tears were shed tonight, but we are seemingly getting our lives together, okay? We are not up here crying because we are victims. We want to inspire. Again, I'll say there are too many young girls out there that are walking around being victims and just kind of holding it in. No, that is not the right way. Let me just tell you right now, that is not the right way. That is actually where I went wrong. That is where I went wrong. And Gabriel, that is where I should say, went wrong. We need to share. It's important that you share the story. Talk about what happened. Get the help. I just can't say it enough. Get the help. Because once you get the help, right, there's so much more of an impact that you can make. There's so much more of an inspiration that you can be once you get the help. Now, there's a quote that you live by, and I'll read it. Instead of making your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, let them inspire you. Let them make you even hungrier to succeed. And that was by Michelle Obama.
Yes. So
Why that quote?
because reading it just reminds me that no matter what I've been through, greatness lies ahead. And it's up to me to always keep on pushing forward, knowing that there's so much that I want out of this life. I'm extremely ambitious. I believe that there's no limits.
No, there aren't. Only the limits that we
On
place on
my
ourselves.
capabilities.
Yeah.
So no matter what has happened in the past or no matter what will happen in the future, I'll just keep moving ahead. I'll keep pushing forward. I'll keep manifesting, hoping for the best, affirming myself. And instead of letting the past break me, I've switched the narrative and I've allowed it to push me forward instead. So on the rough days, because there will always be rough days.
Yes, they will.
I just always think about how great my future will be when I've achieved everything that I've set out to achieve.
Gabriel, how do you nurture your faith?
I pray almost every day. I try my best to pray every single day, but if I'm being totally honest, I don't. But most days, I try to, keep God in the midst of everything that I do. I honestly believe with Him I'm everything. Without Him I'm nothing.
Without a doubt.
So I place every single thing before God, knowing that, God is within me and I will not fail. I will not fail.
No,
and
you will not. You will not.
blessed is she who has believed that the Lord will fulfill His promises to her.
Jesus.
So, you know, each day I do nurture my faith. Each day I pray. I believe. And I just think it's, you know, very important
Extremely.
to have faith. It's very important to believe that, you know, as I said before, the best is yet to come. To believe that everything happens for a reason. So, yeah.
You know, as you talk about prayer, prayer is extremely critical on your purpose journey. I recently encountered a young lady, young like yourself, who, for whatever reason, felt a need to open up to me. She said that she was under spiritual warfare, that everything just seemed to be stacking up against her, and she could not understand why. She just opened up a new business, and, you know, just everything that even could not go wrong went wrong. So I asked her one simple question. Are you praying about it? Is God present? And she kept giving me this go around the mulberry bush story, she couldn't answer me. She could not answer me. Which immediately I said to her, unless God is present, you will be stuck here. You will be stuck where you are, where you do not want to be. So I am encouraging you yet again, invite God into all that you do. Ask him to dwell in all that you do, in all that we all do. For if he is not present, you'll fail. That's just it. Now, Gabriel, what aspirations are you pursuing for yourself? Now, you're leaving Jamaica. You're going to Canada. Big step. To start university. Big step. What are the aspirations besides, you know, we know we have the Shop Baddie G, the beauty products. What other aspirations do you have and hold for yourself?
One of my main goals actually is to work on myself mentally.
So important.
So that's something that I'm really going to be focusing on when I go there. The obvious as well, you know, doing my best in school, getting the best grades that I can.
That you will.
I will, that's right. And just growing as a person on a whole. You know, there's so much to explore, so much to learn.
Is.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I am so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. Gabriel, let's talk about forgiveness, which is something that is also important on this journey of healing that we're on. Have you forgiven those who violated?
No. If I'm being honest, no. I'm not there as yet.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. Nor have I.
Yeah, I haven't.
Nor have I.
I'm definitely not there as yet.
Yeah. I'm doing this I mean, what do you call it? This practice with my therapist on trying to forgive. I'm in the process of, if I am to be honest and share, I think I have killed him 1,000 times over in my head. I've done everything that could hurt him through therapy. And is it helping? Yeah, I think so. I think that it's giving me some sort of reprieve or release. But I have a long way, I should say, to go. They say forgiveness makes you lighter, and it is the forgiveness is for the betterment of ourselves, not so much the other person. And I'm a work in progress. We are works in progress, but I ain't there yet. Trust and believe, I ain't there yet.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, and
definitely not.
We're gonna get there, okay, Gabriel? We're gonna be accountability partners. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable. We're going to get there because we need to move past this. I'm not sure if you feel this. It's something that I feel sometimes, that there's like not so much I don't want to use a noose, but maybe, you know, when you're playing tug of war, like I feel like I'm playing tug of war with myself at times, and it is because I haven't completely forgiven and put this to bed yet in myself. Do you feel?
I do feel the same way.
Yeah.
I do feel the same way, but in my case, the person that did it actually passed away. So there was a certain amount of peace that gave me, but I've definitely not forgiven.
Yeah. But yeah, it is important rather that we find the forgiveness, because it's not for the.
Yeah, it's for ourselves.
It's for ourselves. It's for ourselves. It's for us to be, to find that peace. To find that peace.
Which is very important.
Which is extremely, extremely, extremely important. Everything works together for the greater good. I had a real issue with that. I believe that's a Bible verse. I'm not sure where in the Bible that is, but I couldn't understand what that meant at the time. What do you mean me being raped at 16 is going to work together for my greater good? But as I sit before you today, or beside you today, having this conversation, I now understand why that is. I understand why it had to happen to me, because I needed to share with you. I needed to empower and inspire you and you someone else, because again, I keep saying, I will not stop saying this, Gabriel, there are so many females and males out there that are like us, that are not sharing and that are not okay. Let our beautiful faces be faces of ones that you can identify with, that show you hope is there. Your future is so bright. The strength that Gabriel spoke about is within. And even more important than the strength, God is within. It is seemingly because God is within that you will not fail. Even if you literally just went through your ordeal, no matter how heavy you are feeling right now, no matter how broken you're feeling right now, believe you me, broken crayons still color. We are here to tell you that you are, one, you're not a failure. Two, it's okay to not be okay. And three, you will get through this, because what you have gone through, or what you're going through, is preparing you, as it has prepared us, for greatness, no matter how heavy it may be right now. Gabriel, let me ask you, at the tender age of 18, life gives you a compass, the who, the what, the when, the where. May I ask you, what is your why?
My mom.
Bless her.
My mom is my why, and also my mom passed away. You know, I started Immaculate and I met this wonderful teacher. She was pretty much, you know, a mother figure in my life. Nice. She really stepped up to the plate. Mrs. Robinson.
Mrs. Robinson, big up yourself.
Well, she actually passed away as well.
Wherever you are in the world, Miss Robinson.
So that was another traumatizing event in my life, because it was kind of like losing someone and then having to trust someone all over again, and putting them on that pedestal in your life, and opening up to them, and, you know, getting so used to having that person around. And she's really the person that I can say helped to bring me out of the dark place that I was in. And then having to lose her was like losing my mom all over again times two. But she's also my why as well. So, you know, both of my guardian angels.
Yes, and that's what they are.
Keep me going.
Yeah, and as you move forward through every walk of your life, wherever your journey takes you, Mom and Miss Robinson will be there along with God to push you forward. There is greatness within, Gabriel. Greatness is within. There's a reason that you that our paths crossed. There's a reason that today happened. I keep telling you guys that chasing purpose is a journey, is a healing journey for me. And these tears are not tears of weakness by any stretch. This vulnerability that you see that we're sharing here is actually, I believe, a superpower.
It is.
Because again, a lot of us out there are cowering.
It takes a certain amount of strength to be vulnerable.
Let me tell you, it takes it takes a certain amount of strength. And this is the strength again that you all have, that we all have. We all have it. It's just that hope, that faith, and that love, and that affirming of ourselves, and understanding that God is within and we will not fail. We will not fail.
So true.
We are at the one of my favorite parts segments in Chasing Purpose. It is our epic intention cards. Again, guys, remember today's my 43rd birthday. So 3 lucky persons are going to be blessed with the epic intention cards, which were created by Miss Stacy Hines. Stacy, you know that I love you. Not only are you going to be gifted with these cards, you are going to be also gifted with the Living with Intention journal, which Stacy just completed. So it's a set you're getting, the cards plus the journal. All right, Gabriel, have you seen the power of the cards yet?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't. All right. These cards are, as I said, intention cards. Intentions are very important, especially as you start your journey of university. Setting the intentions and following through are going to be very, 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 very critical. So I'm going to lock my mouth now and have you shuffle. Just shuffle.
Okay. Just
Don't
mix
look,
it up.
just shuffle. Yeah, man, just mix it up. There's no rhyme or reason. Just shuffle it up. You pull a card, I'll pull a card.
Okay. All right. Pull now?
Yeah, pull.
Okay.
Don't read it yet. Hold
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ooh, that was aggressive. Sorry, guys. All right, I'll take from the bottom. Okay. Flip your card over, and you can go ahead and share it. On the top. Read the top part first, yeah.
I am authentic. I emanate the fullness of my true self in all the different ways that God has given me access to show up and be me.
Sounds about right.
Very fitting.
Sounds about right. Okay.
Very fitting.
Mine reads, I am my true essence. I yield to the universal essence that dwells deep within me and allow this to guide my thoughts, words, and actions. And this is the card here. Again, very, very, very fitting. Tonight was good. I won't say it was heavy, even though we cried tears.
I think so too.
I think it was light. I think I feel lighter for sure.
I do as well.
Gabriel,
and if I'm being honest, just your presence and your aura has made the experience way better than I thought it would be.
Thank you.
I must say, I was a bit worried about how it would turn out, or if I was at that place yet to open up to this extent. But you also sharing your story as well, was very comforting to know that I'm not alone. And seeing where you are today and all that you have accomplished has also helped to give me hope, knowing that, the best is yet to come. Even though I believed it before, but just seeing it in front of me has just kind of, assured me. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. You are an inspiration to me. I'm wishing you all the best, all God's richest blessings as you are heading out to start your journey of university. You are beautiful. You have a light within. Let no one dim it. Continue to shine, Gabriel. Thank you for being with us here on Chasing Purpose.
Thank you.
Each scar has a story. Each wound has a lesson. There is wisdom in every hardship. Our stories may not be similar, but we have all been through hard times. And what doesn't kill you will definitely make you stronger. Let us be reminded that no matter the season we are in, a promise has been made to us all. And it is that all things work together for good. To them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. No matter how heavy things may get, let me encourage you that greatness is within each and every one of us. And when we identify this and identify he who has placed the greatness within, no matter what happens, we will not fail. You need only believe. God bless and good night.
Now wait for nobody for tell me some great. Now wait for nobody for open up your gate. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now